What's up, Western International? I'm Langston.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Rachel.
And this your girl Rejoice. And we are Western International High School with the kickoff of our very first talk show, Cowboy
Voice
Talk. All right. So the first thing we're going to talk about in this episode is lead poisoning. So we want to kind of give off the definition for those who don't know what it is. So lead poisoning is when lead builds up in the body over months or years. It can be hard to detect because people who seem very healthy can still have high blood levels of lead. And that high level can be super fatal, especially in children younger than 6. It severely affects mental and physical development. So just off that definition, how do you guys feel about the recent things that's been going on across DPS schools?
Well, I mean, okay, I don't know if y'all
Go
want
ahead.
to Well, for me, like, I feel like we always had lead in our system, and it's just weird to me that they just now figuring out that it's in our pipes. So what's really going on? That's how
I feel like
that's what I want to know.
I personally feel like it's in our pipes, and Rick Snyder knew about it. And it's like people talk about money problems and stuff, and how you don't have enough money for the pipes. But I just feel like that's BS because it's nothing to change the pipes. And that's obviously going to save a ton of lives because people that got sick, people that died from this, and I guess he just taking it as like it's a joke when it's really not because people's lives is on the line.
Yeah, because
Seriously.
since he not in the system, since he not drinking the water, it don't matter to him at this point. That's what.
Yeah, that's
It's
what
like he don't care about
going
us.
off of what Daniel said. We've been drinking lead for a long time, if that's the case, because y'all just not finding out.
Right,
Like,
y'all
this
just
water
now
been-
finding out
This
that we
water
got
been
lead.
tasting a little funny ever since I've been.
Yeah,
That's
this
I
is
swear
really
to God.
beyond me.
So next we can kind of talk about some of the symptoms and so like the symptoms of lead and how you can kind of.
Can Cameron Spence come to the main office? Cameron Spence.
We'll just cut this out.
So next we're going to kind of talk about some of the symptoms of lead and how lead can affect the body most actively in children younger than 6. So the first symptom is developmental delay. So like learning difficulties, irritability, loss of appetite, weight loss, sluggishness, fatigue. Like has this been something that y'all have experienced before?
Well, I don't know if it's because I'm a teenager or what, but I mean, yeah, I have been feeling like fatigue, not really wanting to. Shut up.
Go ahead.
But for real, like I do be feeling like I be having fatigue during school. My head be hurting, and this was happening last year. So, am I subject to this lead poisoning?
Yeah, because I've been having headaches and I be super duper tired. Like the amount of sleepiness that goes on through my day of school is really beyond me because I be tired in every class. And I don't know if it's just me or is it the water that I'm drinking because I thought it was just like in Flint, but now like through this whole thing going on, it's really around the whole state of Michigan and in the city of Detroit, on the east, on the west, basically everywhere.
So is it not just in the schools? Is it in our home pipes too?
Right, that's something.
And that's a really big question. And I also think that people are like the particular kind of like side subject of lead poisoning, like the effects, is something that is really like kind of pulling on me. It's really, I have like a strong opinion about it. So especially like, how our generation is down talked a lot, or like definitely we get like a bad rep a lot of times from other, like older generations. And if you think about it, if we're just now getting exposed to this information about what's going on in our schools, this could have been happening to us since we were younger than 6. Like we never know, depending on what schools we go to or just where we lived in the city of Detroit. So when they started going into we're aggressive and we always getting locked up and we always get into fights and we always you get what I'm saying? Like our test scores being low.
Yeah.
These are all like talked about. Learning difficulties, irritability, loss of appetite, sluggishness, vomit and pain, all of that different stuff. So I think it all kind of ties together on how we get a bad rap and how we can be misled or get be misinformed. And we may not have all of the information that I don't think everything is revealed to us as students. As students, they don't feel like they have to disclose all of the information to us. So, we're going to keep moving right along. So, some of the... I'm sorry. Okay, So dangerous uses of lead are like lead pipes, brass, plumbing, copper pipes, which are the same pipes being used under Detroit's infrastructure right now.
Yeah.
Like all of Detroit has lead pipes right now.
Yeah.
Like that's our main infrastructure. And that's exactly what's like Flint has lead pipes too.
Yeah.
And that's under their infrastructure as well.
And I feel like they knew like over time it could start affecting our water. So if they knew that, then they should have been replacing them every now.
This really could have been going on for years, and everybody
And no one knows
now
about it,
finding
right?
out.
And now nothing has happened. This happened my freshman year.
Yeah.
It's 2019. I mean 2018. Now I'm about to graduate.
Yeah, 2018, and y'all just now telling
And
us
I
we
don't
got
think-
lead in our pipes.
I
Are
don't
you
think
serious?
it don't
y'all?
make
Come
sense
on.
as to how they
Make
don't
it make
have no
sense.
clean water yet.
Right.
Like it's
Yeah.
just
And also
it's
think
been too
about
long.
and people are still like people forget about Flint. Flint has been going on for four almost 5 years now, and it's
Yeah.
still going on. People have forgotten about what's going on with the people, and I think to a lot of students, to a lot of people in Detroit, period, when you hear lead, like that subject real touchy, like people get scared, like is this going, like, are we the next Flint, you know? And that's what you hear a lot of people like kind of, fearing is that like, can we possibly be the next Flint? Like, why? How has this happened? Like, people feel like Detroit should have been extra cautious because as Flint being one of our neighboring cities, and we see what they've been through, we should have took extra precautions to not go through those same issues. So
Yeah, I really feel like it's both because we deserve the right to have clean water, and that's facts because that's a necessity to live in.
right. So that's
I feel like this is all part of the government.
Let's talk about some of the health benefits so we can wrap the video. We at 7 minutes now.
all right. So
Hold on. I'm gonna give you a count in.
all right. So lastly, in this episode, we're going to talk about some of the natural remedies for lead poisoning, just to give you guys some background information. So a lot of these things that can kind of help as a natural remedy to fight back against lead poisoning are foods, are natural foods. So we have like garlic, which a lot of people use just in general as a basic seasoning because garlic the bomb. Cilantro, which is used heavy in a lot of Hispanic foods. Aloe vera, which can be in juice, gel form, however you want to use it. Chlorella, which is like a freshwater algae, and it helps to kind of release heavy metals out of your body. And just to balance yourself nutritionally, getting all the vitamins that you would need and getting all those good bacteria and stuff from the food that you eat. So how do you guys feel about kind of incorporating some of these in your diet? Do you already incorporate this in your diet?
I use a lot of garlic. My mom says it's like a natural cleanser,
For sure.
and I believe that because a lot of people use garlic whether they know it or not, and it just makes food better and it like seasons.
Hold on.
Did you report to someone else's Cameron Spence?
I know. What you saying?
And like garlic is natural and it just makes stuff better and it's
It's
a
a
cleanser.
natural herb.
So
It's
a natural
good.
medicine.
I mean, I don't use. You said aloe vera. And,
Aloe vera, cilantro, garlic, chlorella.
Okay, well, I don't really use all of that stuff. Maybe if I go get some garlic chicken, garlic parmesan chicken, I'll eat garlic, but yeah, not on a regular basis.
Yeah, I don't really eat none of this stuff on a regular basis. Probably because I don't think it's gonna happen to me. But it could.
You don't
So,
think lead poisoning is gonna
I say I
happen?
don't think I never really thought about it happening to
Oh,
me, but
yeah.
it could.
I mean, in my household, like, we always got fresh garlic on stock, all of that kind of stuff. But that concludes our session for today. So round of applause for yourselves. You did so good. You found our time.